Last night, we, the American people, we, basketball fans all over the globe, saw a performance from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Jalen Williams that I am unironically calling the best performance I have seen by a finals duo since Shaq and Kobe. And if not since Shaq and Kobe, at the bare minimum since LeBron and Kyrie in 2016 donned those sweet, sweet sleeve Cavalier jerseys. I'm tired of you niggas slandering them. I'm tired of niggas saying, the logo's boring. It's just a C. Oh. Yes, this is one of the greatest finals performances I have seen from a duo in so long. I have seen great individual finals performances almost all of my life. I have seen it all of my basketball career life. I've seen it as far back as me being in high school and as further back as me being in middle school. I don't remember finals from when I was in first grade, dog. I don't know what to tell you. Although if I did the math, I probably could tell you who won the series and how many games it was. But that's more of a history thing than me actually living in that moment. This was unironically one of the best finals performances I've ever seen. And really quickly, I don't think people who were watching the game didn't realize this, and I was watching the game attentively. Jalen Williams had 40 points last night. Yeah, so at the beginning of the series, I was like clowning him and being like, man, bro is playing a lot more Jaylen Brown than a lot of people want to admit, right? And that's with me seeing how bad Jaylen Brown has performed as of late. But no, this is like, I really don't think that you are going to be understanding of what happened last night until I tell you what happened last night. It is actually insane, the numbers that they put up. I genuinely think you'll be shocked and surprised. Because Shai, and yeah, by the way, there was a stat going around like Shai is the easiest person to blow by and they're like targeting Shai on defense. Yeah, that might be true. But Shai is a help defender. Not something to be fucked with. Real quick, I do want to give praises to Pascal Siakam for the game that he had in game 4. Obviously, that's not what happened in game 5. It was not replicated, but he did have a very good game in game 4, and I think it's been going on under the radar because he lost that game. And a lot of these things will be buried. TJ McConnell's legacy game will be buried because they did not win last night. But I do want to shout out to those guys as well because I feel like they played very well. But I said something crazy. I said something lofty. I am going to back it up now because this is insane. I have not seen something like this at the bare minimum since 2016. I think this is one of the greatest finals performances, just period. It's and I know you're thinking, okay, you're doing tricks on it. That's a bit much, right? Not really. Let's go ahead and pull up those scores from last night. Last night, Monday the 16th, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and the Oklahoma City Thunder won the night. So let's talk real quick. Jalen Williams, man. So I was at the beginning of the series when they were losing multiple games. I thought Jalen Williams was going to be the death of them. So Jalen Williams last night had 40 points on 56% shooting from the field and 60% from 3 and 75% from the line. 1 turnover, 4 assists. Like, I'm so serious when I say this. I have from a number 2 option. The only 2 people I can remember putting up these crazy of a numbers from a number 2 option, just so we're clear, a number 2 option. Offensively, the only person I've seen them put up numbers like this is Kyrie and Kobe. I think Wade had a good finals run in 2011, but honestly, he was playing so much better than LeBron in that series that I'm tempted to call him the one. So yeah, for that series in particular, I've genuinely never seen anything like this. And by the way, the fact that he had 40 points and led all scorers is insane, but I just want to point out that Shai didn't have a bad game either. I know you're going to look at his percentages from the field at 42%, 9 of 21, not the greatest, and he missed all of his threes. But he got 31 points last night, 13 of 14 from the free throw line with 10 assists. 3 turnovers, so not 3 turnovers. Yeah, but again, have you ever seen a player have that many? Have you ever seen him with that many assists? I haven't. The rebounds were great. The rebounds, he only got 2 total rebounds, but he had 4 blocks and 2 steals. I have never seen something like this, period. Like, 31 points in the NBA Finals with 10 assists, 2 rebounds, 2 steals, and 4 blocks. Bro, just that's absurd. I, is that not crazy to anyone else? I think that's absurd. I've never seen anything like that before. I don't even know what to say about what I saw last night. The defensive dominance that we saw from Oklahoma City last night was absurd. The fact that, and by the way, this was a close game until the 4th quarter, and they really just stepped on the Indiana Pacers' neck. They absolutely obliterated them. They pulled away so badly that I didn't know what happened in a matter of seconds. I was too shocked to even say anything. Now, do I think the series is over? No, obviously not. There's going to be one more game in Indiana at the bare minimum. And if Indiana wins that game, they can take it back, and they can win a game on the road against OKC. We've seen it. We've already seen it, and that wasn't their best performance. They can win games. Let's not count them out yet. This series is 3-2 for a reason. That being said, the team that typically wins Game 5, and I said this in my recording yesterday, typically when a series is tied 2-2, the team that wins Game 5 is most likely to win the series. Not only because all they have to do is win one more game and not go into a Game 7, but they have the momentum. It'll be a lot harder for a team like that in that situation to eke out a win, especially considering the way that the finals are set up now, where it's a 2-2, it's a 2-2, 1-2, sorry, 2-2, 1-1-1 series. Back in the day, they did not play those series. I think it was, if I'm not mistaken, let me look up the old final setup. Old finals setup. Because I'm pretty sure they've always been a best of 7 series. But I'm pretty sure back in the day it was a lot easier for a lower seed to win. Because this is how it used to be. It used to be up until 2013, which is not as crazy or as far away as you think. The finals used to be played like this. You play 2 games at home as a higher seed. Then you play 3 games on the road, and then you play 2 more games at home. This still gives you potential 4 games at home. But you know, the reason they did this back in the day was to reduce travel. But nowadays it feels like an outdated relic, and honestly, in my opinion, it has never made sense to me. I think it's much easier for a team to catch fire, a lower seed for them to catch fire and win a series in that format, and lead to longer series where there really shouldn't be them. And if you see a lot of statistics would show that too. In my opinion, it is a lot harder for teams of a lower seed to win in something like this, mainly because they play the 2 games at home first. Those remain the same. Then there's 2 games. There's 2 games with there. So basically, think about it like this: if you're the lower seed and you still 1 game at home, you play the next 3 games in your house. Think about it. You still 1 game at home. You still 1 game on the road. Just 1. You can lose the next one. The series will be tied 1-1. You now have 3 more opportunities to play in your home court. Let's say at the very worst, you split those games. Well, this is not the very worst situation, because obviously you could get absolutely destroyed at home. But if you're around a competitive team and you're around as good as the other team, but not quite as good, with that home court advantage bonus, because that is a real thing, and I don't know why people ignore it. You could realistically win the next 2. You could win 2 more games, at worst. You could win 1 more game, and you could win 1 more game, and you would still only have to win 2 more games. either on the road or at home. The format sucked in my opinion. I like the new format so much better. And honestly, I do not know how it was like this. And I do not know, besides what they were telling me because of the travel restrictions and whatever. Not travel restrictions, but they didn't want to travel as much. Besides that, dude, I don't know why. I don't know why they did it like this. It helped the media. It helped the media and it helped the teams travel less. But dude, that should have stopped after 2000. Like, I have no idea why that continued. Anyway. Yeah, I just wanted to really quickly highlight the dominance of a Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and a Jalen Williams because I had really been shitting on him. I had really, truly been like, man, I don't know if he's going to be the number 2 option for this team. He's got to grow into that. He's not showing it enough consistently, and he hadn't showed it enough consistently throughout the playoffs. Not only is 40 a career high for him in the playoffs, I'm not sure if he's had more in the regular season, but it easily could be his career high. I can check that out really quickly. Because I just... Yeah, he had 41 points in a regular season, but he just had 40 in the finals. So one off of his career high in the finals. Insane. Jeez, man. By the way, if anyone's ever if people are wondering why Shai's numbers don't look as crazy as some people were expecting, it's because the defense that the Indiana Pacers are playing has been vastly underrated throughout this series and just throughout the playoffs in general. But B, more importantly, Nembhard is one of the greatest possible matchups you could throw at a Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and he's still getting his. Aaron Nesmith is a great matchup you could throw at him. And then you can still... Aaron Nesmith is a good enough matchup. And then they have one more defender on the team that they throw at him a lot frequently. I just can't remember his name at the moment. But yeah, none of those guys are defensive slouches, and they're not just going to let you walk all over them. That does disrupt his rhythm even a little bit. That is very impressive by those guys. I'm very impressed with their performances. Yeah, safe to say, if anyone's worried about basketball's future, you shouldn't be worried. These young guys got it. We might not be living in an era of LeBron constantly, or Steph constantly, or KD constantly, but we are certainly not in a era devoid of great talent in basketball. Don't let anyone tell you that. Don't let the media tell you that. The media at large. I am a small creator, and until I hit I don't know, maybe like 1 million subs or so, just something slight. Maybe if I hit 1 million subs, you can consider me a large creator. But until then, dude, I'm just a small guy on the internet, on his corner of the internet, trying to make a little bit of a talk. I think it was a great game. I'm super ecstatic and excited for their next game. And just to be clear, I will be telling you when the next game happens. That game will be taking place on Thursday. So, yeah. Obviously, that game will be in Indiana, so... place your bets on what will happen. Is their Cinderella run over? Have they done as much as they can? I think last night that the Indiana Pacers really just missed shots. Like, the defense was okay by OKC. It wasn't really great until the fourth quarter. In my opinion, really great. Like, forcing as many turnovers historically as they do. It wasn't like that until the fourth quarter. And once we finally saw that from them in the fourth quarter, that's when they got out of hand. But I think if the Indiana Pacers show up the way they do at home, I think they will be fine. As far as Tyrese Halliburton's performance last night, you put up a real stinker, and it was really hard to defend you from the Devil Magic allegations now. But it's looking like you ran out. So I don't know what you do to fix that. Maybe make some more sacrifices on the way home. But yeah, good luck. Good luck. You're really gonna need it. By the way, I think last night, the Casey and Wallace game that you saw last night was an outlier in my opinion. But the Caruso game was also an outlier. Both of those guys are going to average out in their performances. So if you ever wonder why one of them is getting more minutes than the other, that's normally how it is. And Lou Dort's defense has been vastly underrated in this series. I also think he's been getting away with a couple fouls because of reputation. But yeah, his defense has been great. Same things, but that happens for every great defender, just so we're clear. Miles Turner is also getting away with some fouls on Chet. That'll do it as far as this topic is concerned. But yeah, bye. Oh yeah, one more thing. Like, comment, subscribe. If you do any of those things, I will have more interactions. That would be very good, and it's very helpful for my goal. Bye.